Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division D Southeast matchup. My name is Bahamut, and we find ourselves here on Dragonshire with the members of Protector of Auir on the left-hand side, Orion on the Azmodan, Pants on the Cassia, Sergeant Scoops will be on the Stukov, Honeybear is going to be on the Dahaka, and I don't know, I'm going to say Tech is going to be on the May. Over in the red, we got the members of the GBs. A-Rock on the Sonya. Jeezy Cheesy, that's a good name, on the Artanis, it looks like. Some Pack on that Anduin. P-Tom is going to be on the Greymane. And who am I missing? I know I'm missing one. Waddy Fathom? Waddy Fathom? I think that's how you say it. It's on the Newberg. I don't know. Let's talk about the game. Let's see what's happening here as we have our first little engagement already popping off. A little bit of a dive onto Newberg, some poke potential from the Cassia, and this Azmodan going into the Wrath, the green Globe of Annihilation at level 1. Those auto attacks will be building out those stacks. We'll see what his build looks like as the game progresses, as always. And of course, well, the Artanis gonna be going into Protector of Auir against Protector of Auir. Bro, how are you doing, my friend? Thank you for coming by. Gin is the best liquor to keep next to your bed because it's easy to drink when you wake up. I still don't understand why. Also, BA doing? I think that's how I say your name. Thanks for the good day. I hope you have a good one as well, my friend. Chess Looter, you're a wild card. Absolutely. Thanks for the stream. Always appreciate it. Pants, thank you for coming by. Thanks for the follow. Good luck in the game. The explanation's just making it worse. I know, that's why I'm very confused and nervous. Why not just, like, I don't know, some water? Some quality H2O. You know, mama said. Anyways, alright, sorry. We'll continue into this engagement and this map as it is going to be bottom lane held by the side of the GBs for now. Wadi trying to step into the enemy team's face, and Azmodan continue to dunk out, building those stacks as they will be going into auto attack build. They are going to be having the Battleborn at level 4, but a quick Drag Knight snapped up by the side of the GBs. Let's see what value Sony's able to get with this. Ever had a shower beer? Same concept applies to bedside gin. I don't see the connection. Because, like, a shower beer is like a nice juxtapose, cold and hot. Bed gin just sounds like, I don't know. First Blood will be going over to the side of Protector of Auir as they get the kill into the Greymane, and the Sonya in the Dragon Knight continues to push things up, opening up top lane a little bit further in favor of this Artanis. But bottom lane being counter-sieged by the side of Protector of Auir. We have Waddy gonna be hearthing back. Dunks out from Azmodan, continuing a very low May in mana form. Does get a little bit of healing from Sergeant Scoops as well. Poke from Cassia onto the enemy side, and it is just going to be just a reset for a couple members. Dr. Paul, how you doing? Good to see you. Stanza, how are you doing? Bedside gin is not a phrase I ever thought I'd hear. Well, welcome to my stream. You probably sobered up a bit while you're sleeping, which the gin will help you offset. Oh god, oh no. Oh. I can't endorse this, but I also am the one who will drink a beer at 9 in the morning with my breakfast, so there's that. But to my defense, that's before Baja Ross. You can't paint sober. I'm too anxious. Just wait till Chess Leader starts talking about his underwear whiskey. Well, you see, I have this special compartment. So my whiskey isn't warmed by my body heat. But that'd be an invention actually right there. Underwear that holds your whiskey but doesn't make it hot? Oh, there you go. Burrow charge in from a new Brax, some blinds out from Cassie as well. There's a Fend coming through. Greymane's able to roll away. Pants is just trying to put the last little bit of damage into the Artanis, and Azmodan steals away that kill. Azmodan, Orion, with a solid 98 stacks about 5 minutes into the game. Doing a fairly good job on this Azmodan to build out that level 1 questing talent, and a little bit of a ways to go still on the baseline ability. A little less than 300 stacks for said Azmodan. Top lane has the bruiser camps crashing into each other. Dahaka, I didn't even look and see. What did he take? Excuse me. What did he take at level 1? It's going to be the tissue regeneration, but he also is going to be going into the Hero Stalker at level 4, which will give you a lot more sustainability. It's such a, like, I like the one who collects if you end up PvPing or PvEing a lot, but it's rare. Like, I feel like at this point with Dahaka, you don't want to just be that AFK PvE rotate, you know, into lanes, clear, rotate, and stuff like that. You want to be able to tongue drag, harass, you know, create that chaos as we mentioned in our first best of 3. So I like the Hero Stalker for that. You find yourself a lot more brawly, and your sustainability I think shoots through the roof, especially with that level 4. And I also like the Symbiosis because these pair well together. You're increasing essence from takedowns, yes, but also keep in mind you gain 1 essence each time the enemy enemy heroes hit by Dark Swarm. So if you reduce the cooldown of Dark Swarm by hitting enemy heroes, you're getting basically double value off of that. Triple value if you consider the fact that you're actually dealing damage. Jezzy, Leap of Faith comes through, Cassia in with the Fend, and Sonya goes down in top to the Dahaka, and we will see the Artanis picked off. And I can't believe it, actually, Anduin was chased in as well. My apologies for missing that, as it will be a
triple kill
for the side of Protector of Auir. Hey, Ouija.
The Dragon Knight shall reduce you to silver.
I can't speak to underwear whiskey, but I can personally vouch for grain alcohol in spritz bottles. Chess Looter, are you actually just a flower? You just get spritzed with alcohol from time to time. You just absorb that, like photosynthesis, but like alcohol synthesis. Alka synthesis, something like that. I'm very I'm invested in the game chat. Don't worry, but I'm also very invested in this spritz bottle stuff. Bottom lane fort will go down. This is the second Dragonite of the game, and Azmodan still working on that level 1 in baseline, but he's at 179 stacks in a rise. And keep in mind, those auto attacks are going to build those stacks out so long as the enemy member is below 75% of their health pool. Leap of Faith to save the Greymane. Leap in from Sonya to try and find some damage. Sergeant Scoops pops the healing pathogen. Dragonite does expire. Dahaka comes out from that. Looks for a tongue drag onto one. Pops the isolation. Goes for the burrow. Utilizes the essence. A lot of damage onto Greymane. The Valkyrie pulling someone actually around. I thought I saw a Valkyrie for a second there. I did. Okay, yeah, sorry. I was like, wait a minute. Did she actually go Valkyrie? Am I losing my mind? And yeah, she is going to be on Valkyrie and did get that pull. And it's going to be a 2-for-1 for the side of Protector of Auir. It's like antifreeze. You can put your mouth on. The spritz is just to cover a large area. I'm happy this is being cast. Thank you so much, Baha. My pleasure. Thanks for the game. It sounds like it works. See? Dr. Paul knows exactly. Thank you. And that's a doctor agreeing with me. And everyone knows. Everyone knows. Your Twitch name is what you are. I mean, I get so many tags about being like, hey, Bahamut, I found you in Final Fantasy. Sorry. I forgot how to drink water. This whole talking and drinking water at the same time thing's very difficult. Whew. All right. My apologies. I think I had the mute button for that one. I think I got it in time. So, another Dragonite phase should be up and available soon. This is going to be our bottom lane Bruiser Camp grabbed on the side of Protector of Auir with the GBs, or I guess with the GBs. Oh, actually, hold on. Tongue drag onto this Sonya. She's going to try and make a play into the Dahaka. He's doubling back. He gets the burrow. It's going to buy enough time. Light Bomb from Anduin will come out. There will be an avalanche right into the fort front gate onto Sonya. She leaps onto the Cryo Freeze Mei, not finding any stun value into that. Big fight to break out. Cassia with the Valkyrie gets the pull onto this Anubrak, and he is going to get picked off. There will be a Sonya to go down. Artanis to follow. Greymane with a sliver of HP. The dunk connects, and that's a
Quadra kill.
going over to the side of Protector of Auir. I'm really glad we added those buttons in. I'm really happy about it. There was one, Kage sent me one that I need to add as well. You know what we should add to the channel? We need to add, like, a point redemption thing for a sound bit. And then you can send me a YouTube link and I can make it eventually. That's what we need. Anyways, Azmodan grabs the Dragonite. We are 10 minutes into the game. Let's see what happens with said Dragonite. Is it walked in through bottom to try and grab keep? It's looking like that's the rotation to be had. A-Rock rotates through. Icing won't bop the Sonya back into the Blizzard. She leaps in with after the spear. Chain CC potential is here, but the kick from the Dragonite forces the Artanis away. I don't think actually the Light Bomb found much value besides damage into the enemy side, and Artanis is trying to get more stacks on that level 1. There was a Valkyrie from the Cassia, but the sidewall does stop the pull onto the Greymane, it looks like. Chastise will connect onto Dahaka. A little bit of chase still. Isolation actually missing onto the Artanis, it looked like. Right? No, he didn't even use it. I thought I saw the Dahaka do the entire animation for the isolation, but I completely misread that. Maybe he was just going for a drag tongue. Dragonite expires, finds a keep front gate, but a lot of poke potential, and now the Azmodan out of the Dragonite has a lot more siege value, a lot more damage as well. Can he amplify this bottom lane push? Dunks are going in, trying to find that last load of damage onto the Artanis, but he's not going to get hit by the Globe of Annihilation. And it seems like the keep will be fine for now. I keep saying seems, but I'm not sure. Unsure, actually, if the Protector of Auir's will back off, or will the GBs force back the enemy side. Artanis goes for the swap, lands onto Pants. Point. Ooh, okay, Light Bomb actually gonna be connecting, even though there was the avalanche from the Mei. The stun kind of pauses things for a second. Sonya soaking up in top lane as 16 talent here is just around the corner. Another Duncan from Azmodan as he's working on that baseline. Finished out the level 1 portion of that Globe of Annihilation quest, which is going to be the damage increase from auto attacks. Basic attacks against hero. The next basic attack against them within 3 seconds is increased by 75% based on the Annihilation value. Good auto attack buff. Your burst ability is very, very strong, but you also have synergistic value with Bombardment as well, because that initial mark can be easily thrown onto many, many enemy members. I like the build. Would have gone for Hell Rift at level 16 personally, because since you have cooldown reduction from Battleborn, triple cooldown reduction from Bombardment, and you're building off baseline stacking, personally I think Hell Rift is a little more beneficial because you can dunk, get a couple autos. You can summon a, you can summon a Demon Warrior, you can dunk, get a couple autos, and then you do a laser. By that end of all of that, you're able to then just basically summon more minions. Your siege value, your crit kickers, they go through the roof. This is not bad whatsoever. They do have a pretty tanky enemy team. 4% of a Sonya, 4% of an Artanis, 4% of an Anubrak. Those are all very good, but your siege potential kicks through the roof, in my opinion. I think their team fight is already strong, and that's the reason I'm leaning more towards the siege potential. But either way, you can play the Azmodan however you want. I'm not the one in the game. I'm just the guy flying around the map right now. Honey Bear is a lovely name. It is a very good name. Excuse me, sorry. So we see another Dragonite phase up and available. No, neither team able to get the double moon and get the moon and sunshine. They're going to be split between the two sides as Dahaka continues to clear things out through the top lane. All of our heroics except for Azmodan is off cooldown, but he's going to be constantly spamming that to get faster wave clear. And 20 talents here will be achieved first by the side of Protector of Auir. New brackets the channel in bottom, but May trades out the top, and it's gonna be swapped. Woohoo! Dragonshire things. Let's see, what are these 20s? Is that Pack Leader? No, Essence Clause, excuse me. Pack Leader is a different symbol. Imprisoning Light. Upon impaling an enemy hero, they are blinded for 5 seconds, and Cassia's Valkyrie creates a wave of light that deals 439 damage to nearby enemies. This wave silences and roots them for 3 seconds. New Brat goes for the Burrow Charge onto May. She doesn't have... No, actually, she was going to go for the Avalanche, but it was put onto a 10-second cooldown. Big dunk from the Azmodan, trying to put some pressure onto the enemy side. Did go for the level 20 armor reduction on that black pool. A-Rock gets the leap in. A-Rock getting very low. There was an Avalanche with the upgrade. Dunk from Azmodan. P-Tom able to get away. Oh, wait, that long pitch. Is that enough damage? Stukov has the massive shove for the kill. And that's a single, excuse me, it's a double kill, as the Nubrak did go down earlier. The Black Pool, Globe of Annihilation empowered by Tide of Sin, now leaves the Black Pool at their impact location for 5 seconds. Enemies within the pool lose 8 armor per second, up to 15, and take 123 scaling additional damage. Jezzy in mid goes down. A Nubrak. The Azmodan grabs the Dragonite and rushes into bottom lane. Give me a second, Hannibal. I'll take a look at that in a second, because it looks like they're approaching towards core, but are they going to be able to end game? Artanis down for still 29 seconds. That's a staggered death onto Anduin, which makes things a little bit more difficult. Dragonite gonna be throwing a Flame Breath out and starts working on the core. Leap in from Sonya, chain CC. There's a Valkyrie as well, a little anti-synergistic with the Dragonite kick. But this Dragonite goes back towards core. Nubrak misses the Burrow Charge, or at least it connects onto the Cryo Freeze May. A Nubrak goes down, the core is falling, and this is going to be game 1. And our second best of 3 going over to the side of Protector of Auir. GG. Well played. My team, ETC, Kira, Falstead, Brightwing, Imperius versus Zagara, May, Lunara. Versus Zagara, May, Lunara, Anduin, Artanis on Curse Hollow. Which team should win? Double global. I'm assuming it's going to be Gus from Falstead. Could technically be triple global if ETC goes into stage dive. Zagara can run around the map. Lunara's movement speed is really good. Artanis is pretty strong. Feels very flip of a coin, but I would lean into the opposing team. I would lean into the enemy team. Today I got an email at work with very programmer from some guy named Mohammed saying that I need to give remote access to my computer to fix a vulnerability issue. I reported the email to our security team, but apparently the email was legitimate. Literally sketchiest email I've received at work. I thought it was some guy trying to infect my PC. Yeah, I got one of those one time. Like someone was using a different someone was using like one of the employees' names, and they were like, Chris. And this is when I lived in California, and the company was based out of Michigan. They were like, Chris, we're gonna need you to go out and buy a bunch of these like Google Play cards for the people at the company. So go ahead and do that, and then let me know what they are. And so what I responded with was, I was like, cool. Have Joe, the owner, send me authorization to do this, and I never got an email back. My whole company got emails that said, click here for your W-2. Yeah, no, stab face. I've gotten stuff like that too, where like people are like, we're gonna write a very simple email, but the email is so simple, you're like, this can't be true. This can't be true. I've gotten those before. I definitely have gotten those, and I'm just like, oh, it's bullshit, and I delete it, and then someone like 2 days later would respond to me like, hey, did you get that email? Like, I didn't hear a response from you. I'm like, that was bullshit, right? And they're like, no, it's legit. I'm like, oh shit, fuck, sorry. You're bad for writing a shit email. I'll just leave this here. Okay. Oh, alrighty. Let's get back to Bandit Night. In our old company, the IT was sending out phishing emails just to test people. That sounds weird. I don't know how I feel about that. That sounds really weird to do. Let's update the scores. Protector of Auir are up 1 in this best of 3 series. I never got spam emails. What exciting lives you all have. Look, when you work in an office and stuff like that, sometimes that is the height of the day. Honest to God, some days, like, shit's so boring. That's like the pinnacle of the day is some phishing emails. I think if you failed the test, they made you do extra training. That sounds like shit. That sounds really dumb. I don't know. That sounds really dumb. Airport, poor Muhammad trying to do his job. Oh, dear Lord. I am the IT person that sends fake phishing emails. Why do you do it? That sounds so weird. I don't know. It sounds counterproductive, but maybe I don't know. I never worked at a company big enough where like it was an issue. Like everyone kind of knew each other. So I guess maybe at like larger scaled companies, maybe it makes sense. But we were like an internal office of like 40-ish people. So everyone knew each other. And like literally if I got a sketchy email from someone, I would just be like, "Hey, what the hell is this?" And then like they'd come over and look at my computer. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's just my experience never working in a larger company. Maybe that's it. But it seems like damn. Okay. Weird. We're an MSP. Every single client we've ever had to get crypto got. Oh, okay. I got a really nice email from someone who said that they had photos of me going on that kind of page and then programs send bitcoins and literally that kind of page. People at the place I work could lead health info, so we have to protect against the testing ourselves. Oh, that's fair. We only send it to the clients who want their employees trained. That makes sense. Okay. I thought like the way that I was understanding is just like, yeah, we just do it. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I worked in construction, so, and as I said, I've only worked at small firms and stuff like that, so like the biggest I worked, as I said, was like internal office of like maybe 40 people. We had a field crew and a shop crew of like over 200. So there's probably like around 250 people in the company, but like only 40 of them are like heavily involved in emails. But even then, as I said, if I got a weird message from, you know, an asshat that I worked with, then I would just go to asshat's desk and be like, "Hey, asshat, why'd you send me this email?" Let's get into a game. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division D Southeast. My name is Bahamut, and we find ourselves here in map number 2 in our second best of 3 of the day, with Protector of Auir up in the advantage slot, trying to close things out in a 2-0 fashion. We got Sergeant Scoops on the Stukov, Pants will be on the Li Ming. I'm going to go with Tech, as always, on the Muradin, Orion on the Sylvanas, and Honey Bear on this Blaze. Over in the red, the members of the GBs are trying to take us to a map number 3. We got A-Rock on the Junkrat, Waddy on the Mal'Ganis, Stunpack on the Anduin, P-Tom on the Imperius, and Jezzy Chezzy on that Jaina. Let me tab out and let me allow an auto-modded message, because asshat is an appropriate term to use. I remember my high school good friend called my English teacher an asshat, and the English teacher reacted by pulling out a notepad and proceeding to write down the word, and then halfway through writing it, looks up at my friend John and goes, is it 2 words or 1 word? And then John goes, it's hyphenated. And I just lost my shit. Huge Celestial Charge. Gonna connect onto the enemy side. Another Celestial Charge as well, because we have Impaling Light from level 1. That's how you saw that double Celestial Charge. And a double kill.
Double kill.
We'll kick off this game for the side of Protector of Auir. You worked with Mr. Asshat? I worked with Mr. Asshat too. Small world. I know, crazy, right? I feel like if you've ever worked in construction, you know, I feel like if you work in many jobs, you've worked with Mr. Asshat or Mrs. Asshat, you know? Asshat's come in all shapes, sizes, and genders. There was one time when I got a phishing phone call about they were like, oh, we need to, because most computers in companies I feel like are just Dell. Like I feel like a lot of computers are just Dell, and most in our company were Dell. So I got a phishing email once, and they were like, we need to access your Dell computer because it's blah 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 blah. And so I remember what I did was I asked the person to go, oh okay, which Dell model is that? And they hung up on me. Because instead of just like being like, oh, okay, I was just like, oh, what kind of computer is it? Also, all of our computer, excuse me, we had an IT firm that we specifically worked with, and so since I wasn't getting called by them, it was very sketchy. Because usually they send an email, then they call you, and then like it's a whole process, and none of that was happening. So they said like they like guessed a random thing, and I'm like, well, I don't have that kind of computer, so you might need to check with your boss and get back to me. And it just hung up. Like, oh, it's just funny. It's just funny. It's just like if you have any sort of like base computer knowledge, it's so easy to see that shit. But if you don't, I completely understand how the scam works. Because shit, I worked in architecture for 2.5 years at a firm where the guy has been in architecture for his entire life, and I'm not exaggerating, I still had to go rotate PDFs for that dude. I had to go rotate PDFs. Still. It's not even a meme. Like, I remember I got out of college and I was rotating PDFs for people. I'm like, how? Like, I remember having to save PDFs. Like, saving a Word document into a PDF. And I'm the underskilled one. Anyways, let's talk about this game. Some early game rotations. It's full Sky Foundry, so we were kind of waiting for our first objective phase to pop up here. Murden going to be going to Stormbolt build. 2 stacks on that base, or on that level 1. Baseline does show 0. I kind of wish this would get fixed, but I believe that has to come on the actual Aliob side of things. Either way, the Murden baseline is now just hitting level 10. So the tooltip is correct. It's just the scaling is 0 out of 25, which doesn't matter It doesn't really matter technically. PDF spinner sounds like a fun job. I'd be too lazy to let people rotate. Yeah, that first job, I ended up being office IT, office management. I was a 3D rendering artist. I was a 2D construction drafter. I did field measurements. I worked with clients on small office renovations. Like, I started taking over that position. And, yeah. And I got paid $16 an hour to do all of that. With a college degree. Left that shit. Hi everyone, Banana Gladiator, how you doing? Yes. By the way, that was $16. That was also in the nearly 3 years that I worked at that place. I had 1 pay raise. I started at 15, I think. I started at $15, and then I made it to 16, and then I didn't get like a pay raise for a while, so I left. Because I needed to make a career out of the career that I wanted to have. Can't do that at $16 an hour. Double kill once again over to the side of Protector of Auir as they grab first objective phase. Now, what are they able to do with this? What is the difference between our heroic division play with this? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to compare it like that. That'd be too rude. You can't compare. It's like apples and oranges. You just can't. You can't compare the two fruit. One's an orange, one's an apple, obviously. Glad you're in a better place than that. Well, after that place, I worked at a construction place for 5 years, and after nearly 2 years of not having a review, working through a pandemic, working through forced 50-hour weeks and stuff like that, I got called useless and a drain on company resources. So I left that, and I started full-time streaming in February. And here we are. What do the GB stand for? Or what does TGB? It stands for the GBs. What does the GB stand for? I have no idea. All I can tell you is that TGBs is the GBs. Mind Control Sylvanas connects onto the Imperius, finding another kill. It is 6-0 and kills a solid level lead and then some. Murden, Stormbolt to the back of Jezzy does connect. Orion locking down the tower. Locking down the fort with those black arrows from Sylvanas. The wave being pushed in, and Pants on the Li Ming is going to throw in a few combos here and there. Murden, keep in mind, has Sledgehammer from level 4. His siege value is huge, and with the cooldown reduction from the 10 talent tier on the Stormbolt, but also keep in mind you have additional cooldown reduction from Perfect Storm as well, you are able to really just rocket in a lot of damage into structures. Gorilla Baskets, Great Britons. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was making almost $18 stuffing boxes on Amazon. And I went to college and got $250,000 in debt, so that way I can get told to go buy a dress. Because that happened too. Shave my legs. Yeah, if you haven't gotten it, or if you haven't gotten the slight hint, a little jaded on the construction industry on my end. Just a little bit. Valid account, they can sell the information scamming for. Oh damn. Oh, that's true. That's true. What does that even mean? Well, the architecture firm I started at was renovating, and they were gonna have a front desk area. So someone made a very clever joke that hey, this weekend on your time off, you should go to the mall and buy some dresses and make sure you save your legs because you'll be working at that front desk. The owner of the company then laughed at that. The person that made the joke was HR. Not exaggerating. That actually happened. And that wasn't the reason I left. Can you believe it? Oh shit, 13 to 12 in our levels as we have a Rocket Ride Junkrat coming through. I can actually see this working though. I can see this working very well. You have Light Bomb, you have Ring of Frost, and then you have a Junkrat coming in with a Rocket Ride. Let's see if they can find the single target, maybe multi-target damage. That's the big question. Nice misogyny mixed in with that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, good times, good times. Okay, there's the Rocket Ride. A lot of damage onto the Murden, but he's fine for now. There is going to be an Angelic Armament from this Imperius into the enemy side, but it's not going to find a kill, and only Mal'Ganis goes down. Junkrat back into the mix. Criminal, how you have to pay so much for education in the United States? Yeah. Did you ever get the dress? No, I didn't. $16 per hour is $128 per day. Is that really that bad? I'm not aware of U.S. salaries. Keep in mind that the U.S. government takes tax out, and the U.S. government takes more tax out, and then they also take more tax out. And then also keep in mind, when I worked at that place, it was by job and hour. So I could technically be in the office for 10 hours, but they would only have to pay me for 5 if I only did quote-unquote 5 hours of work. Like if I gave a drawing set back to someone and they had to do red marks on it, during that time when they're doing red marks, if I don't have any other work, I'm not billing hours, so I'm not getting paid. And that was so, yeah. Lightbulb, how you doing, friend? Thank you for streaming HOTS tonight. I stream HOTS almost every day. I streamed HOTS yesterday. I streamed HOTS on Tuesday. I streamed HOTS on Sunday. It's our main thing is I didn't stream HOTS on Friday. Actually, I did. I started the subathon with Heroes EU, but Big light bomb from the Anduin. Mal'Ganis goes into carry and swarm. That's a nice turnaround. Big celestial charge. The Imperius does go down, but a double kill is found. Make it a triple kill. Rocket ride from Junkrat. Slams onto Orion, but it's not enough to get a kill. 3 for 1 in favor for the side of the GBs. I'm clearly not streaming enough HOTS. I probably should, you know, I could probably stand to cast a few more games of HOTS. I think actually last week I casted like 10 games of Heroes of the Storm or something crazy. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage to both sides, but the members of the GBs come out on top. I'm a bad butcher. I feel bad for my team now. Nope, you can only get better by practicing.
Blue team has taken control.
I lived in Michigan and I did not make $32,000 a year. I'll tell you that. As I said, I was on billable hours. So here's a great example. When I made over $20 as an engineer, I was still making under $40,000 a year. And that's with like overtime and stuff like that. Because you gotta pay, you know, you pay taxes on your paychecks in the United States, but guess what? There's that extra secret round of taxes that come around every year. Because you know what? Why not pay more taxes on top of your taxes? I mean, you know, just rail the spike further through my eye. Subathon, I particularly enjoyed the uncapped subathon on 820, where the sub added every 6 minutes. Yeah, it was great. We capped it at 18 hours. Do you know that you stream enough HOTS you can make it a job? Wait, what? I've just been banking off of Bandit making all the money. Yeah. Either way, sorry. It's a tangent-filled day, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for hanging out, though. We are going to do a lot of Heroes of Storm casting. We do have a live game coming up in roughly 2.5 hours. And then if we're feeling froggy, we might do a secondary live game. It just really depends on timing, hunger, all that good stuff. As well as how awful it is outside, because it does not look like it's getting any better today. I was hoping the wind would start pushing the smoke out, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Also, Lightbulb, thank you for the follow. Apparently, I think a bot followed me. I was reading some messages. Yeah, that bot followed me, but it didn't actually go through it. Okay, cool. If you, by the way, if you're a streamer and you see a bot called Hoss, HOSS 00312 _ whatever, there was someone tweeting about it today that those are like a series of hate bots and you should ban them. It didn't actually go through. It shows on Twitch's end, but it doesn't actually show on Stream Element's end. Sorry about that. We have the Anduin going down in mid. Rocket Ride from Junkrat isn't going to stop that. Yeah. Seems like US and Australia become the Fire Nation, EU has become the Water Tribes. Wonder what Earth Tribe and the Air Nomads are. Well, the Air Nomads are the aliens, but no one wants to actually, you know, like, admit that they're real, even though they admitted that they're real. I'm just saying. Get your tinfoil out, chat. I'm not saying it's alien, but it's definitely aliens. And then the Earth Tribe, those are just all the animals. I don't know. That's my best guess. Honey Bear going in for the jet propulsion, doesn't connect, gets hit with the steel trap. Ring of Frost. Oh my god, so much on to this blaze. Is there a bunker? Not for 35 seconds. Actually, it's a combustion blaze, so it doesn't even matter. No bunker available as the blaze will fall. Jaina does finish out her baseline Frostbite. Camp on the left-hand side will be grabbed. 12-5 in kills, but we are still keeping that gap closed. And let's actually look at how this experience is coming in, as well as some damage and healing numbers, as we haven't had a chance to look at those just yet. Did you just go Ancient Aliens on us? I surely did.
A new terminal will be ready shortly.
Because people are trash. Yeah, yeah. People are trash, and they believe that the world needs to be worse than it already is. Because hee, it's fun to be edgy. People of color.
Blue team will follow routed to the terminal.
Alrighty, 20 talents here around the corner. Bottom lane fort does go down. Top lane traded out. This is feeling like it is another objective phase over to the side of Protector of Auir, but we'll see. We'll see if the team fight comes through. I feel like now is kind of the, I wouldn't say do or die, but now's the time to go into the enemy side. Blaze is showing mid. They know that this is a 4v5 in their favor on the side of the GBs. Blaze trying to close that gap to 20. My brain hurts? Well, I'm sorry about that. You can take some Advil, some Tylenol. It's messed up on many levels. I would agree, Proto. I would very much agree. All right, 20's here. Rewind for the Muradin. Blaze in the Incinerator Gauntlets? No, Burn Note, excuse me. That's Incinerator Gauntlets are a different talent. I think it's actually this level 4. Yeah. Same icon, though. Crazy. Rocket Ride, Junkrat. Okay. All right, well. The Blaze was just awkwardly standing there, just like waiting. And just a bunch of steel traps will be eaten, and the control point goes back over to Protector of Auir. Alright, is he blind as a bat? No. Sorry, I thought he was doing more fell swipes than I thought he could do, but I missed it later. What could be gained from making a hate bot? Being a piece of shit. That's all I'll say about that. Clearly team call themselves... Okay. Alright, boring extra.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Either way. Alright, bottom lane. Critical Protector coming through. Let's go ahead and get onto that APM. We've seen the 20s for a little bit here. Let's see if this is going to be enough to end the game. Carrion Swarm from the Mal'Ganis. Does he have the sleeping bats afterwards? Yes, he does. There's going to be 3 enemy members going to sleep from that. Delays things out for a little bit to poke onto the Triglav Protector, as we have Stukov and Li Ming inside. A little bit of a night rush from the Mal'Ganis, but you can't put the Triglav to sleep, as robots don't need to sleep, unless you're Bender, I guess. Either way, there will be a concussion mine to split the Blaze away. He's going to get chunked quite heavily and does go down. Triglav Protector slamming and jamming its way in. Another night rush from the Mal'Ganis. Tries to catch the enemy coming out of the Triglav Protector, but Mal'Ganis gets killed. That's going to be a kill into this Imperious. Wave of Force Li Ming. Pants is going to take a lot of damage, but immediately healed up. Finding a
triple kill
into the side of the GBs. They're going past the keep right now, but they need to clear out the keep first if they want to try and go core. Sylvanas with those black arrows. Is this enough to end game? Well, Muradin does decide, actually, the concussion mine's going to pull him exactly where he needs to be. We do see the dwarf toss right on top of the end of it. I don't think he went into the heavy impact or anything like that, did he? Did the Muradin go into any of that? No, he didn't. Okay, he's just going to try and land on their head and get that little bit of Goomba Stomp value. But it seems like our second map and our second best of 3 is going to go over to the side of Protector of Auir. They will take the series in a 2-0 fashion unless I'm counting my chickens too early. No, it is not going to be that, and it is going to be the game. Muradin goes in with the dwarf toss. He's got that sledgehammer from 4, and there we are. Game number 2 over the side of Protector of Auir. GG, well played. I'm here for the triple kill sound effect. All right, thank you. Welcome.